It's full screen Andy, so usually this means that it's going to be an after-school special, but maybe not so much this time. But Minnesota Vikings this afternoon, or Sunday afternoon, whenever you're watching this, is taking on the New York Football Giants, kicking off the playoffs, Super Wild Card Weekend, and first year of Kevin O'Connell, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah. They've done phenomenal things. 13-4, winning the division. That in of itself is amazing. But the way that they've done it, 11-0 in one-score games, even though it should be teams better. What about the point differential? Who cares? Who really gives two hoots? The Vikings are here, and what matters now is the point differential between the Vikings and the Giants on Sunday. That's it. That is it. And I know there's a lot of Vikings fans where I don't know. Maybe it's just our history. Maybe it's just we're predisposed to be negative about things. But we're hosting a playoff game, brother. I mean, come on. How many teams around this league would sell their left nut to be in this playoffs right now? The Packers would. The Lions certainly would. The Vikings are one of 14 teams in the dance. Well, 12 now after a couple games have passed. But the Vikings, they have this golden opportunity, right? Because even though they're at home and all the national media JEROME haircuts are picking the Giants, it does seem like they're playing with house money. And scared money don't make money. But hey, if you feel like you're free rolling, playing fun, fast, and free, you are not tight at all. You are super loose because you have zero expectations. That makes you extremely dangerous. And I do think that Kevin O'Connell is going to let Kirk Cousins sling it. I think Kirk is going to realize that, hey, you know what? Our offensive line is dinged up, but I still got Justin friggin' Jefferson. F it. 18's down there somewhere. I think Jefferson, in his first playoff game of his NFL career, is going to go off. Hawkinson, who had 13,000 catches for 5 billion yards and 2 touchdowns against the Giants last time around. Estimates. I think that he's going to have himself a big game. I think Thielen and KJ could really step up. I think the Vikings, hell, forget 12 personnel. Like Ben Lieber pointed out, maybe they'll go 13 personnel with Hawkinson and Irv and Johnny Munt. And Dalvin, is going to be hungry. Alexander Madison is running angry. So I think that the Vikings will put up points. And the U.S. Bank Stadium crowd is going to be loud. Like, it's the first home playoff game since the Minneapolis Miracle 5 years ago. And Vikings fans, I mean, they've been pissed off. Last couple years, it's been super frustrating. But now they have a chance to be full-throated, loud, and just getting after it. So, hey, that random Giants offensive lineman saying, I thought it would be louder. Guess what? You eat your words. Danny Dimes is going to have permanent ear damage by the end of this game. Just like, huh? What? Daniel Jones is going to be Lil Jon at the end of this game. What? That's right. Saquon is going to be corralled. The Giants' defense, number one blitzing team in the NFL, is going to get stopped. And guess what? I know this game is probably going to come down to a field goal. The Vikings are probably going to push on the -3, but I really don't care. I just feel it in my bones that it is time for just a cathartic ass kicking. Just the Vikings coming out, the offense clicking on all cylinders, building up a 14-0 lead, building up a 21-0 lead, and also not blowing a lead, unlike the Colts or the Bills. And I think the defense, with a healthy Zadarius, Daniil Hunter playing over his skis, 9 pressures, 2 sacks last time they got together. Patrick Peterson getting a pick. Harrison Smith back out there. Cameron Bynum making some big-time plays. I think this defense is going to rain down hellfire because guess what? After the Vikings offense gets them a substantial lead, they'll be able to play downhill, blitz Daniel Jones on every single down when they're passing to catch up, and then just bring it, man. Just bring it because, like I said, I mean, half of the fan base thinks that this team is going to be one and done. Half the fan base thinks that this team is a fluke, and the national media JEROME haircuts absolutely do not give the Vikings the time of day. Use it. Use that as fuel. If you're Kevin O'Connell, if you're every coach, if you're every player in that locker room, know that everyone is picking against you. And guess what? That makes you extremely dangerous. And guess what? You can take care of your business at home, Super Wildcard Weekend. And then after you do that, you're going to be on the road in the division round. The number 2 seed Niners, like, hey, remember when you had the 2 seed? Who cares? Everyone thinks that, the Niners they're 9-1 on the season now at home. The only team that beat them at home was the Chiefs. And they've won 11 games in a row. And Brock Purdy's this Tom Brady story again. Blah, 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 blah. Number 1 defense, Debo, Kittle, and McCaffrey do not care. Go piss in their cornflakes. That's right. And then whatever happens with the Eagles or the Bucks and the Cowboys, whatever. Go take care of business. Revenge game. I don't really care what happens in the NFC title game. And then the Super Bowl, guess what? No one expected you to be there. So whether it's the Chiefs or the Bills or the Bengals, do not care at all. Because, hey, whatever happens. And you know what? I'm not like a big silver lining person, but even the most negative Vikings fan has to admit that this competitive rebuild is ahead of schedule. And the Vikings, they're hosting a playoff game. There's a chance they could host the NFC title game if things break right. So keep hope alive, man. Keep hope alive. And guess what? Divisional round against the Niners, Vikings will probably come in as 10-point underdogs because that's how much the Vegas elite as well as the media people think of the Vikings, or how little they think of them, rather. So take the points, take the money line, do whatever, man. Whatever happens. I think this team is going to come in playing fun, fast, and free, and damn the torpedoes. This team has been a ton of fun. You can tell that the culture has changed. They actually like being around each other. People waving at Brian O'Neill in the hallway now. It's great, and I think that the future of the Minnesota Vikings is very bright, even though, yes, the future of the Lions is bright. The future of the Bears can be bright as long as Ryan Poles doesn't screw up this number 1 pick and the draft pick windfall that he's going to get. The Packers are screwed. So, I mean, life is good. Life is pretty damn good, but 4 games. 4 games to win the Super Bowl, one at a time, taking on the Giants. Just lay the smack down. Layeth the smacketh downeth. That's what's going to happen today. Whew. Feeling good. Feeling good, baby. That's right. But I am ready for this team to hurt me again. All right, so part of me, obviously we're very positive, but the rest of me is just like, how is this team just going to screw me over? Like, I wasn't even alive during the 4 Super Bowls, man. Like, I was born like a decade after that. It's like, hey, all I have now is NFC title game disappointments. I don't even have Super Bowl disappointments. Huh? What's next? Divisional round disappointments? Wild card disappointments? Like, is that how we go? Lowered expectations. Who knows? Who knows? But 4 games, 1 out of 4. Get it done on Sunday. But your thoughts are thoughts. I am ready to get hurt by the Vikings again. Are you? Let's go. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol production value.